Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? What's going on? Yeah, it's week 3. It's sorry about the light of Jesus behind me. The fun thing with my kitchen is the lighting is not that great. It's also like that far above my head. So I've got to turn up the lighting on my camera, but then this doesn't work. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on today? We got day 3 squats. Week 3, day 1 squats. My bad. So look, what's going on? How's everything going? These are questions people want to know. These are what people need to know. And the answer is, oh, but so simple, it's going well. The idea today is to hit a 270 squat at a 7. And I'd be lying if I don't tell you I'm feeling confident as hell right now, my man. It's looking good. I've consulted with the powers that be. The ethereal planes, the gods, and they have said unto me, Alex, no longer shall you have just a good bench. No, Alex, now we will give unto you the ability to have an all right squat. And I've gone, thank you. And what does that look like, you ask? Well, what that looks like is hopefully me absolutely slaughtering the 270. Mind you, I did 260 last week, and I've done 260 a couple of times over the last, like this block and last block. Last block, a 260 for a double moved in 8. And that's being kind. Last Monday, my 260 for a single moved at a 6. And that was being me. Like, bro, it flew. There was no difficulty in the squat. It was just like I was a little bit fatter. That's all it felt like. I just sat down and stood up, and I was just a little bit fatter whilst I did it, you know. So I'm feeling hella confident about squats, about the form. It's all locked in, and then we've got like a 230 bench, which is crazy for everyone that isn't me. But yeah, you know, unfortunately, the excitement for a 230 bench is lost on the man who's chasing 260. You know, everyone's so hyped. Oh my God, a 230 bench. And I'm like, bro, that's a Monday. That's like a week 2 Monday. I lie, that's a week 3 RP6 capped, because otherwise I'll run into fatigue, because this is technically my 7th week without a deload, 230 single. That's crazy, man. Who lets me do this kind of stuff? It's not fair. It's not fair on everyone else that dreams of a bench that starts with a 2. But hey, you know, God gives his toughest battles to his greatest warriors. Can't be me though, because 230 is not a battle at all. It's just gonna happen. And you get to witness it, and you get to see how easy it will be. So, I'm gonna hop in the car. I'm going to play some banging ass tunes. I'll see you when I get to top set for a squat. And I don't know, man. If this goes well, and next week goes well, and next week we look at like a 280 single at 7, maybe a single at 6. Dangerous stuff may occur. Because, bro, I don't know, maybe like a just shy of a 600 kilo subtotal sounds pretty damn nasty to me. You know, give me like a 310. Give me like a 310 squat. Nothing great. Just give me a 310 squat. I'm happy with my 250 bench. I'll leave the 2.5 kilos in reserve. 310, 250, quick maths. Wow, a 560 subtotal. Please load whatever you want to on that bar for deadlifts. It won't be enough. I'll see you in the gym. Catch. What's up, everybody? So I've decided on 265 for the top set. I was looking at the weight brackets that I'm supposed to be hitting, and I am significantly above that. So I'm going to slow myself down a little bit. But also, I realized I need to have my hands wider when I come through under the bar, and unfortunately on this rack you can't set the arms in. So I'm doing the very smart thing of not taking my time and switching rack, but simply just dealing with it. If I get my back tension, this will be easy. So that's all I'm focusing on. I'm probably going to end up trapping my hand in the rack, so I'm going to be annoyed, but the sacrifices we make. So I'll hit this, hopefully, for the easy single that we're looking for. It's 5 kilos below where I wanted it to be, but I'm absolutely fine with that if I can get the technique feeling great, which it has been on warm-ups. So let's get that. Moved reasonably well for definitely not having my hands wide enough. First half of that was me just trying to get the bar in the right place. But yeah, that wider hand position, I could feel my back tension just setting perfectly. And yeah, that was everything. That was everything I was looking for, man. That was spot on in terms of technique and feeling. It's just that last 5% of back tension, and I know I just need to get my grip wider. So I'm going to probably move rack actually for my back downs, just so I know everything's perfect. So I'll see you for those. That first set, my stance width was definitely not optimal. It's nowhere near as wide as I've been doing for the rest of the session. And I can still brute force out 215 for a set of 7 at 7. One of those one of those reps from that last set even looked a little bit like Jesus Oliveira's squat. Obviously, half the weight, literally, which is fucking bonkers. But yeah, man. Feels good.
I'll see you for bench. I gotta say, this is the most tired I've ever felt for a bench session. Like, those squats, 3x7 at 7, kicked my ass. And the fact that even like with so much fatigue, I can still move 220 plus like this. Like, on my worst day, 230. I don't think it's fair, but it is what it is. I've now got so many back downs. I've got like 3 sets of like volume, and then I've got 3 sets of close grip Larsen. So I'll show you like a few of those sets. So I'll see you for the back offs and then the back off variation. Well, the top set flew for what is the most fatigued I think I've ever been. 180, sets of 8. Let's do this. see you for the close grip. Time for hammer curls. All right, party people, it's done. And it was an interesting one, to be fair. So my day 3 session from last week, which is high bar volume, hack squat, leg extension, and then hamstring, like body weight extensions, funnily enough, nuked my quads. And I have been feeling, even today, I've been feeling it. And I'm really excited to see how this level of like up-rated stimulus affects my squats. Today I realized it was just like a grip width issue. My hands were too close, which means I couldn't get my like posterior chain and my upper shelf set. So my 265 moved a little bit clunky, but quick, if that makes sense. Like the strength was there, it was just a little bit clunky out the hole. And if I'd felt a little bit more confident in like my back shelf and brace, I would have happily done 270 today. So I'm fine. We were below that parapet of that top weight RPE, so I'm all good with that. But the fact that after that 265 and then the 212 or 215 for 3 sets of 7, like my adrenaline, my blood sugar, something tanked. I had to take like 5-10 minutes and literally just sit there with like a chocolate bar and eat it. But then to go and slap 230 the way I did with the ease I had, given how damn fatigued I am, bro, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy about it. Like that is the most hard I have been in a long ass time when approaching anything, let alone a 230 bench. So I'm really happy with this. I figured this, so I was looking at like the totals. I think it's, if I hit everything this week, so 265, 230, so 495, and then add, I think it's gonna be like 295. Now, I've never been great at like mental arithmetic. So we're gonna do this one together. So it was 265, 230, and 295. So 790 total this week. So we've literally gone from 710 to 760 last week to 790 this week. And then next week it's 820 because it was 307.5, 242.5, and 270. or like 280, I forget which one. I don't think it was actually 280. I think I worked it out as, 820 if I hit 270 on the squat, 830 if I hit 280 on the squat. And that will be off the back of a 7-week continuous block at like 7 or 8, which is ridiculous. Like the amount of, I don't remember the last time I did like back-to-back blocks without a deload. So I've hit 7 weeks of continuous RPE 6 and above. And then I've gone on to maybe hit like 820 at a 7. And that just feels amazing, man. Like to be able to hit these numbers where I intend to hit them is going to feel great. And if I can hit this at, if I can hit that 8, we're going to say 820. I'm just going to say I'm going to do 270 next week. But if we can hit that 820 at 7, my estimated 1 rep, like max total, is going to be 920. 920. Untapered, nothing, after 8 weeks of back-to-back, my total estimate would be 920. Bro, even if it was 900, untapered, what the hell? Oh, that's dangerous. That's very, very dangerous. Because if it's 920 untapered, I don't know how long people can keep my name out of their mouth when they discuss a competitive 120. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not dominant. We've all seen like Nojo's 405. We've all seen Joshua Ngoko's like mad squat and deadlift. And they're the juniors, man. Let alone like Abdul Mojid. Let alone Indy Sign. Let alone if Tony Cliff comes back. Like there's so many like dominant 120s, but I'm getting a little bit sick of my name not being in that discussion. So I'm going to change it. By brute fucking force, I am going to change it. And my name will be in their mouth. Love it or hate it, I am coming for it. 900 at the end of July. And I will be challenging 1,000 before the end of the year. I refuse to be anything less. I refuse it. So I've been your host. I hope your lifts stay big, your stretches stay small. I'll see you for the next episode. Let's get this.